Worst storms of all time. These are the worst storms on record ever to have hit the United States. The hurricane season, which officially lasts from June 1 to November 30, is nearing its end along the southern and eastern coasts. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration forecasts 9 to 15 named storms. 4 to 8 of these storms have the potential to become hurricanes with winds of 74 miles per hour or higher, and 2 to 4 of them have the potential to become major hurricanes with winds of 111 miles per hour or higher. NOAA forecasts hurricanes using a variety of tools, including more than 150 years of data on some of the most devastating storms to hit the mainland. Here are some of the worst and most costly storms that have struck the United States. Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Despite not being the largest storm ever recorded, Hurricane Katrina in 2005 was by far the most expensive hurricane in U.S. history, with property damage estimated at more than $125 billion. Katrina was a Category 5 hurricane that made landfall in Florida as a Category 1 storm on August 25, 2005, and then intensified before slamming into New Orleans and surrounding areas in Louisiana. A storm surge caused more than 50 breaches in the surge protection levees that surrounded New Orleans, flooding 80% of the city. The surge was estimated to be 28 feet high, the highest on record in the United States. Katrina damaged or destroyed 30 oil platforms and forced 9 refineries to close. Federal disaster declarations covered 90,000 square miles. An estimated 3 million people were without power, and over 1,800 people died as a result of the storm and its aftermath. Galveston Hurricane in 1900. The 1900 Galveston Hurricane, a Category 4 storm that obliterated the city of Galveston, Texas, on September 8, 1900, was the deadliest hurricane in U.S. history. This storm, which lashed the city with winds of up to 143 miles per hour and a storm surge of 8 to 15 feet, is estimated to have killed 8,000 to 12,000 people. More than 3,600 homes were destroyed, displacing 10,000 people, and the hurricane caused $30 million in damage. Hurricane Camille in 1969. Hurricane Camille had the highest recorded wind speed at landfall worldwide when it hit the Mississippi Gulf Coast on August 17, 1969, with winds estimated at 190 miles per hour. Actual maximum sustained winds will never be known because the hurricane destroyed the wind recording instruments. Camille's storm surge was 24 feet, the highest on record until Katrina. Camille wreaked havoc on the Gulf Coast region and as far north as Virginia, killing 259 people, injuring 8,931 others, destroying 5,662 homes and causing major damage to 13,915 others. The storm is estimated to have cost $1.42 billion in damages. Hurricane Harvey in 2017. Hurricane Harvey, which made landfall on San Jose Island, Texas, on August 25, 2017, is tied with Hurricane Katrina as the costliest on record, causing an estimated $125 billion in damage in the Houston metropolitan area and southeast Texas. An estimated 300,000 structures were damaged or destroyed, as well as over 500,000 vehicles. Within a 3-day period, Houston received more than 30 inches of rain. Approximately 336,000 people were left without power, and 107 people were killed. Superstorm Sandy in 2012. When Hurricane Sandy combined with a winter storm in late October 2012, the result was the largest diameter Atlantic hurricane on record, with 900 miles of tropical storm force winds. The storm impacted 24 states, including the entire eastern seaboard from Florida to Maine, as well as Michigan and Wisconsin to the west. The storm surge was especially damaging in New Jersey and New York, flooding streets, tunnels, subway lines, and coastal areas. Nearly 20,000 flights were canceled across the country. Amtrak suspended most of its Northeast train service for 2 days, and the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ were also closed. More than 8.5 million people in the Northeast lost power. 650,000 homes were damaged or destroyed, and at least 233 people were killed in 8 countries. Sandy's damage is estimated to be between $65 billion and $70 billion. Miami hurricane in 1926. The Great Miami Hurricane, which hit Miami on September 18, 1926, caused widespread devastation across Florida, Alabama, Louisiana, and Mississippi. The Red Cross reported that 372 people were killed in the storm, which caused a 10-foot storm surge on Miami Beach. The storm surge breached the dike that protected Moore Haven from Lake Okeechobee's waters, resulting in severe flooding that lasted for weeks. Damages were estimated at $105 million in 1926 dollars, which would be more than $100 billion in today's dollars. If a similar hurricane hit Miami today, it is estimated that it would cause more than $235 billion in damage. Hurricane Andrew in 1992. Hurricane Andrew was a Category 5 storm that made landfall in South Florida with the second highest recorded wind speed, estimated at 167 miles per hour. Actual sustained wind speeds are unknown due to the destruction of most of the instruments. On August 24, 1992, the storm hit Elliott Key in Florida, and it was the most destructive hurricane to hit Florida in terms of the number of structures damaged or destroyed. More than 63,500 homes were destroyed, 124,000 were damaged, and the total damage was estimated to be $27.3 billion. Andrew caused extensive damage to oil platforms in the Gulf of Mexico, costing oil companies $500 million. The storm made a second landfall in Louisiana as a Category 3 storm, knocking out power to approximately 230,000 people. In total, 65 people were killed. Hurricane Ian in 2022. Hurricane Ian was a large, deadly, and destructive Category 4 Atlantic hurricane that wreaked havoc on western Cuba and the southeast United States, particularly Florida and South Carolina. It was the ninth named storm of the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season, the fourth hurricane, and the second major hurricane. Ian wreaked havoc on parts of southwest Florida, primarily through flooding caused by extreme storm surge and rainfall. The cities of Fort Myers Beach and Naples were particularly hard hit. Millions were left without power as a result of the storm, and many residents were forced to take refuge on their roofs. Sanibel also experienced significant flooding, and its causeway collapsed. Pine Island in Lee County, Florida, was also severely damaged and flooded, with the bridge to Fort Myers being destroyed. According to local officials, as of October 4, Hurricane Ian had killed at least 115 people, including 5 in Cuba, 105 in Florida, and 5 in North Carolina. That's it for the worst storms of all time in the United States. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching and please subscribe to support this channel.